I'm Jacqueline with Airport Improvement Magazine, and we are here today with David. Hey, David.
Hi, Jacqueline. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you? So you're going to tell
Wonderful.
them about your company, Trecan.
Well, Trecan is a family-owned company. We're based on the east coast of Canada in Nova Scotia, and we make industrial snow melters. We make portable and stationary snow melters. All of our units, regardless of whether they're stationary or portable, they use the same technology. It's called submerged combustion technology. And basically, they take a hydraulic blower, which pushes large quantities of air over a burner. The burner heats the air, and the air gets released underneath the surface of the water in the melting tank. It heats the water about 3 to 5 degrees Fahrenheit above freezing, and that's what's used to melt the snow. When you put a load of snow in, it heats the warmer than freezing water. And we also get the added benefit of the air molecules that are being pushed underneath the surface of the water. When they come to the surface and collapse, they create little mini explosions, and that generates turbulence. So we get the added benefit of mechanical turbulence in the melting tank, which from a operational standpoint means that there's nothing there to break. There's no augers to jam, there's no nozzles to plug. We get the benefit of that turbulence without any mechanical means of creating it. It's the fastest, easiest way to get rid of snow. It takes 1.5 gallons of diesel to melt 1 ton of snow for our portable units, and it takes 225 cubic feet of natural gas to melt 1 ton of snow for our stationary units.
So it sounds like it's a pretty foolproof solution because there's not a whole lot that can break down
Absolutely. In fact, we have units that are in operation for over 25 years.
and pretty green for the environment, it sounds like as well, right?
It is. It's the fastest, easiest way to get rid of snow. And you're only handling the snow once. You're loading it into the snow melter. You're not putting it into trucks and then having the trucks haul the snow away from the airport, going to snow dumps, dumping the snow, and then the snow has to be managed at the snow dumps as well.
And a really good solution for airports that don't necessarily have room to store the snow once they shovel it out of the way because you're just melting it right on site.
It's one of the challenges that airports are facing today. As they continue to expand, they're losing areas where they used to pile snow. So by turning the snow into water and getting rid of it immediately, they don't have to worry about that loss of areas for the pile of snow.
And tell us about where you're located and where all the manufacturing happens for Trecan.
We're located in the east coast of Canada in Nova Scotia. We have one manufacturing plant. We have 43,000 square feet in our manufacturing facility. We have our own blast and paint area. We do everything on site. We basically start with plate steel and tube, and we manufacture the units from the ground up. For our portable units, about the only thing that we don't do is we don't make the tires or the engines or the blowers, but everything else we manufacture on site, which means that we can really control the quality of the units that are being produced and shipped all over the world.
It's wonderful. So I'm sure you mostly service airports more in the Canada area or northern America, but for some places that might see snow occasionally, but not that often, this is probably a good solution as well, right?
Absolutely. We have units as far south as Dallas, Texas.
That's near
Um,
me. Yeah, so they're it would be a great solution for them because they're not used to getting a lot of snow, but if they get some all of a sudden, which we do occasionally, then they're not going to be equipped to have room to shovel it out of the way and all those things.
yeah, and not only for snow, like Dallas, Texas uses the snow melters when they have ice storms.
We
It
have
just takes
lots of
more
those.
energy and more fuel to melt ice because there's more energy required to get rid of it.
Right. Yes, and we do have hail and ice storms. So anything else that I didn't cover that you'd like to share with us about anything exciting you'll have coming up or anything recently?
One of the other neat features that our units have is that we have remote 24/7 remote communication with our units. That allows us, if something does start to not work properly, we can go back in the history of the operation of the unit and help to troubleshoot the unit remotely. It also allows airports to see how the units are running, making sure that they're being used at their optimum and peak performance.
That's amazing. Well, thanks, David, so much for telling us today about Trecan and your snow melters. I know that's a big help to a lot of airports that see snow.
My pleasure. Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks.